I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Only because I know it irritates him so much.
It's time and we get into the turkey. Just fat as hell eating all the beef jerky. Why you on Discord? Aren't you like 30? On Twitter hitting up e-girls getting flirty. Half your age and a bigger than you'll ever be. More subs on my second channel than you'll ever see. More subs on my second channel than you'll ever eat. Money growing longer than your penis you should never see. You want some advice? Well, here's my tip. Dog, if I was you, I'd probably end my whole shit. Dog, if I was you, lose the weight and go lift. Do a couple push-ups and lose those tits. You're a loser and a creep, that's 2 out of 3. Lovely ass shoes on my motherfucking feet. I'ma hit Tippy with a 2-2-3. Leave his ass dead in the motherfucking street.
I see them making fun of you on Kiwi farms. They're talking about how much of a freak you are. And I'd honestly feel bad, and I'd offer you my pity, but I'm busy out here buying me a sleek new car.
You just stay away from the goth mommies. Shoot you in the head like COD zombies. Boy, you old as fuck like Rob Zombie. Trying to give couples that slop topic. I'm with Bobby, I rolled up a stogie. I hash it on Tipster and tell him to blow me. You trying to eat burgers, especially Zoe. You said you was leaving, you better get going. You gonna deactivate, cry like a bitch. Rude heart under you throwing a fit. Bitch, sometimes I'm dark, but I'm getting it lit. Bring up my DMs, I don't give a shit.
Sub count stuck like you in a tub. Trying to get bitches to give you a tug. All in their DMs like, give me a hug. Gain more weight when you gain new subs.
Honestly, Tipster, fuck you. Hannah Animal, she a slut too. Tryna fuck Jalen? Yuck, dude. No IRL lady's gonna touch you. At U35 is still beefing with kids. Need to lay off the Oreos, word up to Nick. Before we wrap up, got a question real quick. Why do all the hot ones not like dick?
I see them making fun of you on Kiwi Farms. They're talking about how much of a creep you are. And you're such a fat loser that no girl would wanna touch you, even if she's on the ground and needs that CPR.
I just put Tipster in a king-size casket. Triple XL. You're like H3, but without the money. Your channel's dead, I find it funny. Shout out to Chris, but I love Sunny.
What's up, everybody? Oh, no. No. We're changing the picture. We're changing the picture. That one. We're going to Grumpy Xylie today. Hold on. Yeah, that's the one we're going with. Let me get rid of wide eye. There we go. Yeah, that's the one we're going with today. All right. Yeah, let me unlock her. Yeah. Okay. How y'all doing today? I just woke up. I literally woke up about 7:30. Didn't get out of the bed until, like, when I messaged y'all, I was literally getting out of the bed. So yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm angry. I'm just testy. That's what I am. I'm testy. That's what I am. Alright, so Toastify came out with a second video. And we had a guest star go in the comment section. Can't wait to get to that. I can't wait to get... No, this is not a new mic. Actually, Farmin', this is not a new mic. Nick came on later that stream, and he jumped in Discord with me, and he showed me what happened to my mic. In the background, it got put down, like in the computer, the volume got down. Anyway, he helped me fix it. Let's put it that way. So, I am not always in a mood, okay? I am one of the happiest people you will meet on freaking YouTube, okay? Not only one of the happiest, but one of the most respectful and one of the nicest people you could ever fucking meet, okay? Let's get that straight right now. Not always in a mood. Ugh! Wow, y'all are turning on me that quick? On YouTube is a low bar. Y'all are rude. I hate all of you. I hate all of you. Period. Point blank period. I hate every single one of you. Alright, hold on. Let me get this video set up and we can get this started. Rude. Alright. So, Toastify came out with his second video in the series, and it says, The Tipster Exodus, Commentary's Biggest Lolcow. Okay, before we get started, I'm going to explain something to you, okay? I don't think y'all understand how many times that man said that he was going to leave commentary community. And I'm not talking publicly. Privately, he was constantly talking about it. And I want to say since either October or November, November 2022. Yeah, October, November 2022. I think he started talking about it with me. Well, Farming Crops, that's public. I'm talking private. Would you like us if we weren't though, Xylie? Oh, if you weren't turning on me? No, I wouldn't like y'all. Yeah, he had been wanting to leave the commentary community for a while. Which, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest, even though I can't stand his ass. Alright? I'm going to be truthful. I didn't blame him for wanting to leave. Alright? And I still don't blame him for wanting to leave. But the thing is, when you leave a community, you need to leave the community. All right. And it's going to take a while. It doesn't happen overnight. I know this. It took me and Skip to properly leave the community we came from like a year. Well, it took her like a year. It took me like a year and a half to properly leave it. Because when you leave, you don't poke no bears, you ignore everybody. If you have to go through a blocking and muting spree, you do that. But you don't poke the bear. You don't interact with people. You just, I'm not doing it anymore. Don't message me about that anymore. You tell everybody in DMs, you do what you gotta do. You know? And he didn't do that. He poked. But we're gonna find out. Alright, put a 1 in the chat if you are ready for this while I pick the speed. Are y'all ready for this? Yeah, I know, Layla. Tipster can't do that. Oh, let me blow my nose real quick. Alright, hold on. Let me mute my mic. Alright, let's get started.
What you want to do? What are we going to do next weekend? Want to hang out? Want to grab some drinks?
Okay, I'm sorry. I know. We're like 5 seconds in. I will say this. This was one of the funniest times I have ever seen on Twitter when he was drunk tweeting, and he was drunk tweeting all these videos. I want to say Tommy did a whole live stream based off the videos that he drunk tweeted. It was hilarious. It was funny. I'm sorry. It was funny. All right.
What you want to do? What are we going to do next weekend? Want to hang out? Want to grab some drinks? Go to a bar? I don't know. What do you feel like doing? What do you feel like doing?
That's why you got blocked, because this doesn't have anything to do with me, and you really want to make it about me. Enjoy your little 15 seconds of fame, loser.
As if like, oh my god, I have to respond to every single person.
Okay, did you notice, well, and we saw this, I think it was last video we saw, yeah, DJ Screwdriver. You see how he said, enjoy your 15 seconds of fame, you loser? That's how he treated people who were smaller than him. As far as, well, not girth-wise, but like channel size. That's how he treated people who were smaller than him. That sentence alone tells you that. Now, I popped off at the mouth, you know, at people smaller than me. But it was, I don't know. I looked at it like, okay, they deserved it because of what they were saying. But all DJ was doing was asking questions. You know? So.
And whoever criticizes me on the internet, back off, Tubby. She needs a real 9-incher right now. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like release this call, or I'm not gonna do some video.
And Toastify, your choice of song is amazing.
I'm sorry, I don't know if this is your autism, but that was a completely different day. Yeah, you about my soundboard. I love my soundboard. My soundboard's great.
Tipster, nobody in your audience likes your soundboard.
Cheers, my horse. Love ya. No pedo.
Last time we covered the history of Tipster, from his rise from game.
Hold on, I want to cut these on. All right.
Gaming news to drama coverage and all the controversies he got in. From completely self-imploding in conversations with bigger YouTubers, to his crusty tweets about his goth mummies, and his meltdown over jokes made about one of his tweets. And we left off at the end of 2022, with Tipster having his worst year so far. First, one of his closest friends leaks pages of their DMs with each other, which made him look weird and often weak. And then Tipster...
Okay, that whole AP over 9K, again, let me stress. She did that, she turned around and had her child call somebody the N-word, and he still was her friend after that. Am I too late for hashtag Tipster News? No, Nuke.
Was needlessly getting involved into the commentary community's small sectors, whether it's spreading rumors and telling a person who tried to take their life that they are baiting it for attention, or getting back with a friend who leaked his DMs, only for her to force her child to call someone slurs over Discord, or quite literally auctioning the pride of him and his wife.
Okay, I'm willing to forgive you for what happened before.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to give you a handsome donation. 160.
Tipster, we ain't getting nowhere. Because you realize me calling the...
And this was all to get Leah something votes. For the, this right here, that part, was to get Leah something the votes for the tournament they were having for a new Now Recording host. And it was Leah versus, oh my god, what's her name? was a co-host on Doc on the Radio. I can't, oh my God, my ADHD. No, what, I said Leah. It was Leah versus Zip Zap. Thank you, Squatchin and Chris. Yeah, it was Leah versus Zip Zap. And this right here was to get the votes for Leah. That's why he went to Salvo and wanted to garner peace. So he would do the shout out so Leah would get the votes because the votes were done on a YouTube poll.
You realize, Tipster, I have dogs barking at their
$175.
Tipster, listen.
You'd think this would be Tipster's lowest point ever, losing to Spurgs, picking up on mentally ill people. None of these were the final blow in any regard. They just added onto the bandwagon of people who disliked him. And it would be the next situation that he started 2023 that completely destroyed Tipster's reputation.
Yes, Mater, he was drunk that night. He was drunk that night. He was drunk and Paige was drunk that night. It was a good time on my stream. That night was, honestly, that night was a wild night. And if you want to know some lore from our side over here, if you look for the video with Toxic Piplup, and I said something about Toxic Piplup started it all, that's the night that happened, and it ended up with Salvo getting fired off of the Keemstar show. It was all the same night. It was crazy. It was a crazy night. Yeah, it was nuts that night.
In the community. As all of Tipster's worst controversies have begun, this one started with a situation that he totally could have avoided. In place of AP, Tipster had gotten a new prime goth mommy e-girl by the name of Rum, although she was nowhere near as annoying or insane, but she was.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She absolutely was. I remember being in a call with her, and a bigger YouTuber, bigger than Tipster, joined the call. And I'm not going to say the name of who it was. But I knew right then and there I didn't want to be in a voice chat with her ever again. That person came into the voice chat, and instead of saying the name, I'm going to say baby, okay? But it was like, hi, baby. How are you, baby? Hi, baby. Oh, is that what you're doing, baby? I wanted to punch something. So, yeah. No, not at all, Sakura. Not at all. No. This is the same girl that every live stream that she jumped on, except for mine. She didn't do it to mine, I think the 2 live streams she was on mine. But every live stream she jumped on, she had to talk about sucking dick. So no. No. She absolutely was not normal. No.
It's pretty weird. On February 19th, 2023, a commentary orbiter by the name of Alex Gekmo posted a tweet exposing Rum for liking, quote, little girl lolly CP on main. Whilst I'm obviously not going to show the image here, it's a drawing of someone who obviously looks like a child and has explicit clothing on, although they're not engaged in sexual activity as would be implied. But regardless, if you're normal, you'd think this is lolly and it's fucking weird. But unlike DJ Screwdriver's tweet about AP, Alex never mentioned Tipster in his tweet, instead mentioning other orbiters that AP was friends with. So how did Tipster get involved this time? Well, it's because Rum got a bit of backlash from a tweet and vented about it to Tipster, to which he decided to get involved, tweeting this. I see the usual.
Okay, before we get into what Tipster said. So, Rum had on her profile artists for Now Recording, because she did some of the thumbnails. You know, she would help out Now Recording and do some of the thumbnails. They have quite a few artists on their list, right? So, being that she had Now Recording on her profile, Matt, and I want to say Beavers was there, not 100% sure, but Matt pulls her in and talks to her about liking that picture. Okay. Well, apparently it came about in that conversation that she accidentally liked that picture. Well, apparently, now, granted, at the time of this happening, I was already told what was going on in that voice chat. I was already told what went on in that voice chat. Okay? But Saggy Melons came out again recently and said it. And she had another live stream about it, and somebody else who was in that conversation in that voice chat was in her comment section, not her comment section, but in her chat while she was live, confirming what Saggy was saying, which was confirming what I was told. Okay? And the confirmation was that she went and talked to Matt, told them it was accidentally liked. They came up with, over there on Tipster's side, they came up to consensus it was accidentally liked, but the whole time, none of them they didn't think it was Lolly, including Rum. So then I ask this question. If you didn't think it was Lolly, Rum, then how did you accidentally like it? You didn't think it was Lolly. Then how did you accidentally like it? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. 1 + 1 don't equal 2 there in that situation. But whatever. All right? The perfect excuse was laid about the land that she accidentally liked it. So don't you think the I guess you would say argument between, Alex Gekmo and Rum would be easily dispelled going, look, she accidentally liked it. But no, Tipster decided to go on his tirade. Layla, I don't care about the algorithm. It's the fact that she liked the picture is what I'm saying. So anyway, let's continue.
Suspects are trying to call someone out for liking Lolly when they don't know what the Lolly actually is. Some things never change. It's Lolly, Tipster. It's a cartoon of a child in nothing but a strip of clothing covering the flat chest and crotch.
Yes, Boblax and Tipster kind of got into it about this picture.
Had to unfollow Rum because her liking it put that.
Oh no, I know what you're saying, Layla. As soon as I said it, and then I got what you said. Layla, I get what you're saying. Passion, thank you for the 129. Hey, Xylie in chat. Thank you, Passion.
Discussing to my timeline. Why is it a child? Because it had small tits? Yes, grown-ass women never had small tits before. Small tits? The girl has no tits, Tipster. It's clearly a child. You think it's Lolly, but you were comfortable tweeting it? Lol. To show you that as a kid, because clearly you're giving Rum too much benefit of the doubt, and need to see what she likes.
Okay, you see how he did there? You think it's Lolly, but you are comfortable tweeting it? It's funny. Tipster kind of did that same thing when it came down to the Voss stuff that we'll get to later in this video. He made some kind of comment on his live stream about it where he was like, I haven't seen the image. And I'm like something about questioning the people who did look at it. He did the same thing with the Voss. He did the exact same thing with the Voss folder shit. Where he goes, you think it's Lolly, but you're comfortable tweeting it? I didn't look at that image in Voss's folder. Why would you? Just saying. Or, actually, he made that towards H3 and other people who looked at it.
This is pedo shit. I've seen it already and I don't think it's Lolly. I've seen video game characters that look like this and no one bats an eye. Whoa, Tipster, what kind of fucking video games are you playing? I disagree. Also, I've never seen a video game character dressed like that whilst looking that young. You have an example. My point is that this community is full of spurgs who know nothing about anime or anime culture.
It was, okay, so again, remember when I told you he likes to punch down? He was really trying to get at the small commentary community that was going... The small commentary community that orbits Augie, they were the ones who were really pushing on Rum because of that liked tweet. So this was Tipster's way to get on them. I don't think he accounted for everybody else jumping in the situation. Because he's stupid.
Commenting on anime culture, no. Oh my god, Tipster, stop. Tipster, stop. It looks so... Jesus, looks awful. I stand by my take. Rum did nothing wrong. I will die on that hill. Gonna have to disagree, Tipster. Lolly...
Again, doing all this after Rum said she accidentally liked it. Why wouldn't you shut up at that point? No, he made it worse.
typically sexualized children, and this is a sexualized child. Really? You know the background of this character? You know their age? Damn, dude, where'd you find that info? Tipster, no, Tipster, why are you donning the anime weeb fedora for this? Stop! Bro, stop, you're making the 9,000-year-old dragon argument. Well, surely it can't get any worse. Oh god, Mr. Girl said it was lolly. Mr. Girl said it was lolly. The guy whose entire expertise on pedophilia said it was lolly. That is a child. Bro, no grown woman looks like that. You wouldn't know. Pretty sure grown women won't terminally online basement dwellers. Oh, I'm just getting it through facts that he called into Doc on the radio's live stream later. Hopefully this is just a big misunderstanding we clear it up, because Tipster, if you're defending this it's really weird.
So, Tipster, I'd like you to explain your thought process of some of your tweets you've made about
So my thought process is that, like...
And of course, you see Matt Pitt there. When he called into my stream, Matt Pitt was everywhere back then. He was on just about every live stream back then. It was hilarious.
I feel like a lot of the people who are chiming in on this situation don't know shit about anime. They have done stylized art of characters that are clearly adults in nature in similar art styles. It's clearly stylized.
What do you mean by stylized?
Meaning all the characters are done in the same art style.
So looking like kids?
No, I mean, to you it looks like kids, but like just because you think something is a kid doesn't mean it's a kid. I mean, by that logic, you can make the same argument that 24-year-old reality star, who everybody says looks like a kid, is a kid.
Does Tipster not know that the reality star has had people creep on her because of how she looks?
Is not your first reaction looking at that like that looks like a kid? What do you mean? Wait,
no.
What?
No,
what? That's not your first reaction? I want to hear Izzy's.
The reason why I brought
R.I.P. Doc, he's really good at Destiny 2. Just want to throw that out there. He's really good at Destiny 2. R.I.P.
this up is because this is the same character they brought up in a similar art style in 5 ways, and there
this is not a similar art style. We're looking at a 3D character here. How is that a similar art style, my dude?
Sure. I know
you want so hard to be right.
Wait, Tipster, let Izzy speak. Let Izzy speak.
Okay. Bro, I'm just exhausted. What's going? I have no words for this.
So chat. Above image right here, that is the one, the left image right here, this is the one that Rum liked. This artist interacts with this user. The user responds saying, the children that Mochi-san draws look so kind and weak, so cute. Let's say that this is referring to children that this person draws.
My whole point was that we don't have enough information to deduce that this is a child. But if it came out that, yes, these are child characters, then, like, I would 100% concede.
Bro, it's called common...
I can't believe... I cannot believe... I remember getting so angry watching that. And then we had the Keemstar show.
Sense. There should not be like a King Arthur Knights of the Round Table discussion about this. I don't even have to say anything. Well, I've just been told he went on Keemstar stream after this. Maybe this was just a bad call, and let's hear him out. Hopefully he...
First of all, what I want to get into is you guys are saying that I'm defending Lolly, and I would never defend Lolly, okay? I don't advocate for Lolly.
Do you notice that every time he gets in a situation where he's trying to stick up for somebody who liked or has or whatever with Lolly, that he always says, I don't consume Lolly, I don't like Lolly. Every single fucking time. Bro, give it up. You are not allowed to stick up for anybody when it comes to Lolly again, bro.
Lolly.
But you're defending the girl
who liked it.
Lolly. Liking Lolly. So indirectly, you're defending it, right?
But my
Chris says, remember when he shit on Flamenco in this call? Yeah, I remember that.
Interpretation is that it's not Lolly.
Okay, so Tipster, how would you define Lolly in your own personal opinion?
Sexualized depictions of children. But the thing is, we don't know if this particular character is a child.
Okay,
that's
so
my only argument here.
So let me ask you a question. If I were to draw a picture of a child, right? And then you were to look at me and said, well, that's a picture of a child you drew, but I were to say, no, it's not a child. It's actually a 40-year-old woman, right? Where's the connect there? Like, at the end of the day, does it look like a child? Does it resemble a child, right? If it looks like a child...
I can't stand Pat God, but I agree with him. I do not like Pat God, but I agree with him.
And it's being sexualized, that is sexualizing a child, right? In the form of an image. In the form of an image. Like, I don't see how there's some sort of disconnect there.
I think it just comes down to, like, a agree to disagree.
Oh, there's the classic Tippy tunnel vision.
Agree to disagree. You know, and I catch myself saying the same thing, because sometimes it just gets to a point where, like, you and a friend are arguing, or not arguing, y'all are having a heated discussion, and they're not budging, and you're not budging, and I'm like, look, we're just going to have to be in an agree to disagree moment here, because neither one of us are budging. But, like, Tipster did that for, like, he said that saying all the time. All the time.
Agree to disagree from Tipster, hitting you right there again. Perfectly valid point, completely blunted by fake concession. He does not want to have this conversation right now.
Okay, so you say that you don't like the image, right? So I want to ask you, does looking at that image in any way make you feel uncomfortable?
Do I think it's like a really creepy, weird-looking piece? Sure, but I don't think it's lolly.
Okay, so then let me ask you a question. What are the factors that draw you to say that this is a very creepy, weird-looking piece? Because we also agree this is a very weird, creepy-looking piece, and the reason why we say that is because it looks like a child. You could say it's bad art, or it's not a well-drawn piece. But what makes you say that it's creepy and it's unsettling, right? You're saying the words creepy and unsettling. So what is leading you to come to that conclusion?
Because again, it's not a piece that I'm fond of. I don't like this particular art piece.
Bro, he just said I'm not fond of that piece. What, do we have to get you to jerk off to it and study the post-nut clarity to see if it looks like a child?
Oh, Toasty was wrong for that one. Oh, Toastify, sir. Come on now. Yeah, Keem did leave his body during that conversation.
What an absurd point to make.
Why can't you just admit, though, that the reason why it's creepy and unsettling is because it looks like a child? Like, that's the only bridge that we're failing to connect here. It's creepy and unsettling to you because it looks like a lewd child. That's what it looks like. You're literally saying that. If it didn't look like that, then it wouldn't be creepy or unsettling to you at all. Like, you're literally admitting to it without admitting to it.
I don't know. I just feel like we're going around in circles here because I've given my position on this, and it just seems like you guys want me to say something that you're expecting.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I feel the way I feel about it, and it is what it is.
Oh, it's another classic Tippy tunnel vision. It's just a fake concession. We're going in circles. It is what it is. Tipster does not want to answer the question because he can't.
I think
I hate that saying too, and I still say it. It is what it is. Eva knows what that's about.
It's like gross how people are always on a pedo hunt to try and label people as pedophiles, and it's like, what? Because they like anime and anime art? This is retarded. And I'm sorry, I just agree with you guys, and you for trying to turn this into Tipster likes lolly and Tipster.
What am I supposed to think? What am I
Tipster.
supposed to think when you're saying that you're gonna die on this hill, Tips? Now he left. He's saying, I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. Bro, if you care so much that this isn't lolly, if you care that much that you're tweeting out, I'm gonna die on this hill, then something's wrong, and I want to get to the bottom of it.
I want to stress, I plucked around half of the clips from this 8-minute conversation, and the rest of it is just the same stuff I showed you. It's Keemstar and Packard asking Tipster what makes it so weird, and him dodging. It was like pulling teeth to get an answer from Tipster. But it gets worse. You'd think he would stop here, but
no.
No. In fact, Tipster started going on Twitter and liking sexualized lolly pictures in some sort of solidarity with his...
He went through and he liked all the pictures from that artist. He went through that artist. He went through that artist's profile and liked all the pictures. Oh, God. It was horrible. And I'm starting to freak out. And I'm like, what is going on, bro? What are you doing?
friend. What the f is going on? Oh, just getting this in right now. Apparently he went on Xylie's stream and looked like even more of an idiot.
I have gone on record on Doc's show to say that if it comes out that this artist says that this is a child, I will concede that yes, okay, they're identifying as a child. There's no question about it at that point. But I am not in any way endorsing like the.
Look, see, there's Matt Pitt, right there. There's Matt Pitt. Matt Pitt's always there. Now recording is always recording.
Existence of lolly. No. I don't consume lolly content. I'm not in favor of the existence of lolly content. I'm not even saying that this necessarily isn't lolly. I'm saying we don't know.
I don't know how it could be any clearer. That character could be a 9,000-year-old dragon, but at the end of the day, it looks like a child. It's hard to even be neutral in such a clear
Oh, I should have took this one. I like this one. Okay.
Situation. And Tipster's not even the neutral party here. He's making tweets defending Rum, saying she did nothing wrong without the situation even concluding.
But that's another thing, is you're saying that she said it's lolly, and even she didn't say that.
Yeah, she did. What are you talking about?
No, she did not say that. She did not say that she thought it was lolly.
She said that looks like a child.
I don't think that's what she said.
And that she liked it by accident. That's what she said on my show.
Wait, so on Keemstar's show, Rum, the person being accused, called in and said it looks like a child. And we've seen tweets about the artwork.
Now notice that Rum said, she went on the Keemstar and said it looked like a child. And she accidentally liked it. But yet, in the call with Tipster, they were all talking about how it wasn't lolly. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 there. It doesn't. That doesn't, that doesn't compute. I'm just saying. Not saying that she, and now mind you, I'm not saying that she likes lolly. I'm not saying that. She could have very well accidentally liked it, but she told one group of people one thing, and she told Tipster and that group another. That's my problem with her. Depending on who she was talking to is how the story went. That's my problem with her.
and how childlike it looked.
Oh, and mind you, while he was out there fighting everybody over the mistake that she made, what was she doing? Sitting in that voice chat just letting it go down. That's what she was doing. Not saying nothing, not going, hey, Tipster, stop fighting, I accidentally did it. There's no reason to argue with everybody. No, she let him go, his friend, let him go down in flames protecting her. And she sat there looking pretty. Mind you. That's what was happening. And that's what I was pissed off about. And that's why I went live. I went to his DMs and I told him, let Rum fight her own battles. The people who are yelling about it, who cares? If she accidentally liked it, she accidentally liked it, basically. I booted up a live stream because I wanted him to stop white knighting. Tipster versus I believe it's Tipster versus the world is that live stream. It's all in my Tipster, playlist. That live stream, I was getting on him for white knighting her. Damn, we see that problem again, don't we? He does a lot of white knighting. See, unlike her, I was the friend that was actually trying to help him. Just saying.
Tipster, what are you even defending anymore?
Wait a minute.
Is Repzilla in this shop? Everyone's asking Repzilla to join.
Diesel, look at this tweet that's connected to that picture in question.
What does it say? It's blurry for me.
Yeah, it's blurry. You gotta...
Yeah, I can't see anything either.
Oh. It's a boy.
So, wait. This entire time, Tipster's interpretation of this lolicon artwork has been based on the tits. He literally says, why is it a child? Because it had small tits. Guess grown-ass women never had small tits before. It's not even a girl! It's a boy! This is unbelievable. Now, with the revelation that this artwork was actually a boy, you'd think Tipster would stop there. And in fairness, he did post a tweet, which looked like it was finishing this whole situation off. But Tipster just couldn't let it go. He needed to dig his hole deeper. And so, on February 23rd, 2023, he uploaded his career death wish, otherwise known as the video, My Response to the Drama.
Okay, so... he comes out with this video. Now, this is what I find absolutely hilarious. And this shows the ADHD of most people in the commentary community. This video was his goodbye to the commentary community. Because at the very end, he said he was leaving the commentary community. Friend of the show, Nicholas Diorio, didn't realize that because he didn't watch the whole video. He didn't watch it till the very end. He was like, I didn't realize he left in February. Yeah, bro, he left in February with that video. How did you not see that?
My position was literally just this. Is this image lolly? And if so, why?
And you know what? Why? Please, okay, so for my audience members that's not in the commentary community, because I have quite a few members of my audience not in the commentary community. This is now a meme.
Was literally just this. Is this image...
That right there is literally a meme that people will put up on Twitter. Literally. That is a meme now. Because of Tipster. Bro pulled the peepaw before people. No, to be fair, you know, Peepaw left the community, but he actually left, and he did it right. Okay? Peepaw actually did it right. He left, and he didn't antagonize. Okay? Tipster, when he quote-unquote left, he antagonized.
Lolly, and if so, why?
Oh boy, we're in for a doozy. Tipster decided to make a 12-minute response video to the whole drama, paired with the amazing Donkey Kong Country gameplay and music, as he talks about the situation, which should have been settled ages ago.
But this is why I was asking the questions I was asking. We knew all about the character that was depicted in this image, and yet judgment calls were being made about it, and I was just looking for a bit of clarification, just to be sure.
But Tipster, it's lolly. It's not like a false rape allegation. It doesn't need this intricate analysis. Rum likes a picture that clearly looks like a child. If it was a 45-year-old, that would change barely anything. I'm not even going to say that Rum purposely liked the tweet or is into lolly. She has said it was an accident, but Tipster's mental gymnastics to justify all this is just...
Yes, Chris, he did. He kept subtweeting like a mofo. I got on him about that, too. I found an old tweet that I got on him about.
So insane.
Which, by the way, that's another thing. Everyone keeps saying I dived into the situation head first without knowing anything about the situation, and that I hadn't even spoken to her. Dog, I was literally in call with her when I made my initial tweet. This community is so desperate to...
And there we go. Now we have him saying that she was in that call. So I was told as the call was going down that she was in a call and other people were in the call. He comes out that February whatever, with that video saying he was in a call. Saggy comes out last week, Sag came out last week and talked about the call that they were in, because it was multiple people in that call. When she first talked about it in a live stream, there was somebody who I knew was in that call because I was told they were in that call, was in the chat confirming what Saggy was saying. I think Rum played both sides because she didn't want to get canceled. And I have a feeling she was egging Tipster on. Because she sure as hell didn't try to stop him while he was literally dying on a hill that he didn't need to die on. And she didn't try to stop him. She outwardly didn't try to stop him. That's for sure. Just saying.
Expose the next big creep or pedophile that the molehill, y'all made a mountain out of a grain of sand.
No, Tipster, you are the only person here who made a mountain out of something. No one mentioned you until you came in. Rum looks worse because you got involved and made it into community-wide drama. Shut up.
I am all for criticizing people and even using our platforms to expose legitimately bad people who use and abuse their platforms to prey on and exploit people, especially children. But when we start putting the actions of innocent people under...
Yeah, see, the thing is I don't know for a fact if she was egging him on, but it makes me feel like she did, because she literally went to Matt Pitt, and I want to say Beavers was in that call, but I don't know because I wasn't there, right? But I know it was Matt Pitt she talked to. And told them that she accidentally liked it. Well, then why wouldn't you try to stop your friend from publicly screwing himself over by publicly going under one of his tweets and going, bro, I accidentally liked it. There's no reason to fight. It looks like it does. I can understand where people are upset. I can understand that. And I accidentally liked it. I just told now recording I accidentally liked it. Why didn't she do that? Instead, she sat in a damn voice chat and let him get ran over because he's stupid. But you know what? I guess it felt really good for a 100K YouTuber to stick up for you, huh? I guess it felt really good, really good for a 100K YouTuber to stick up for you against Alex Gekmo. I'm sure it did. Man, you just felt them. You clout shark. You're a clout shark. Rum, I think you finally figured this out. 100K subscribers don't mean shit. When his views are the same, if not mine or better than his, 100K don't mean shit anymore. Good God.
A microscope to find the next villain of the week, something has gone horribly wrong. It's gross, and I, for one, refuse to be a part of that. I refuse to be a part of a community that fosters that kind of behavior. For fuck's sake, we used to be the community that would dig deep into a topic to clear the names of innocent people, and have even vindicated people with evidence who were previously condemned due to outright lies in the past. Yet somehow, we got from there to here.
Okay, so this is the point.
Yeah, because you blew it up, Tipster. You made the drama bigger than it needed to be. Do you not understand that? You're the reason why people are still making videos about it today. Because it checks off on you being a retard yet again. You have that lolcow gene. You can't help yourself.
Point for me when Tipster went off the deep end. I'm sorry, but let's compare the situations. Rum, your friend, got caught accidentally liking a picture of Lolly, and you defended her for hours on end. Then we have Slazo, falsely accused of rape. I'm sorry, these are not comparable. Tipster, you're insane. So just to recap, Tipster's friend accidentally liked a sexual picture of Lolly. Tipster went on multiple streams arguing that the character that clearly looked like a child wasn't a child. He argued to look into the age of this character and like sexualized Lolly on Twitter in some sort of solidarity with his friend.
And he would do that shit too. He would blow shit out of proportion. I want to say it was Alex Gekmo. Was it? It was one of them in that group over there that they had said something about my live streams and said that I was old and boring or something, right? And I was asleep. I wake up and Tipster's going scorched earth on Twitter on this person who I have blocked. Okay, so I want to say it was Alex Getmo, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it was one of those guys. And it was so fucking embarrassing. Like, he was sticking up for me. I appreciate it, but bro. So I had to go on Twitter and literally put something to the effect of, look, not everybody is going to like me or my content. And if you don't like it, don't watch. I appreciate the people that come to my streams and enjoy my content. It's okay if people don't like me. And literally people who don't like me went under my tweet and was going, wow, Xylie's taking it better. Xylie, the person who the other person was actually talking about, is taking it better than Tipster. Because it was fucking embarrassing how he went off because somebody said something about me. I'm like, bro, don't embarrass me like that. I'm a big girl. I can stick up for myself. Good God. It was embarrassing.
One of his biggest arguments was comparing the character's breast size, which was then rendered completely null and void when it was found out that the character was not a girl, but a boy. And then Tipster couldn't let it go and made a video comparing the entire situation to false allegations. I was watching this and I was so confused on how Tipster's brain worked to the point where this was an actual...
Okay, Annie asked, why did you put up with him for so long? Because, I'm going to tell you right now, Annie, I'm the type of person, if I am your friend, I stick it out as long as I can. I'm one of those people that's true blue to a friendship. And I really felt like I had a friendship with Tipster. I stuck with him through the AP shit. I stuck with him through this rum shit. I stuck with him acting dumb and supposedly leaving. I stuck with him in the beginning of the Keffel shit. But this internet has made it to where when and I will say I got a shorter fuse now than what I did back then, because I was still kind of thinking like a normie back then. My fuse is a lot shorter now. Now if you burn me, I don't care what happens to you at all. Like, I completely remove you from my existence. But if I have a friendship with you, you get more leeway. Unless it's something like, you know, something super, super, super bad, like illegal, like kind of people that we talk about, you know. But I mean, on a normal basis, I stick with you. Because everybody makes mistakes. I don't want my friends dropping me just because I make a mistake, so who the hell would I be to drop somebody just because they make a mistake? Friends don't do that. And I honestly thought Tipster and I were friends. You know?
The point he was making.
Ninja, we aren't friends, so good luck in jail.
It's amazing how Tipster managed to get into a situation which just shows off all of his worst flaws, as well as tying him to one of the weirdest topics you could ever defend. It's a situation that has an obvious resolution and could have been easily solved if Tipster stayed out of it, but he just couldn't help himself. He was literally going from show to show to defend the Shota. This was the indicator to jump ship. However, his closest friends in the community had similar criticism for him, but at the end of the day, they still wanted him around.
Is this a witch hunt for us? No.
No, and honestly, just to be clear, none of us are saying Tipster's got to go anywhere or anything like that.
Yeah. Nobody said that. I was telling him in the background back in October, November, bro, if you want to leave the community, this is how you should leave. This is what you should do. Not the shit that he did.
Making fun of him.
I want Tipster in the community.
Look, I am making fun of him.
But Tipster had enough.
With the exception of a few people in this community that I consider friends, I think the rest of you all are a bunch of fucking parasites, and I want nothing to do with that. And yes, I will die on that hill.
After the controversies involving AP and him defending his friend for Lolly, Tipster started moving away from the commentary community and cozying up to other online spaces, in particular, Keffals. For those unaware, Keffals is a somewhat known online trans activist who I guess got her fame from ratioing people on
We're gonna take a trip after this. I'm gonna take y'all on a trip.
Twitter. She's also well known for a campaign against the online forum Kiwi Farms, using a Twitter following and spearheading the hashtag #DropKiwiFarms movement. Keffals has gone on campaigns to deplatform multiple creators. She's falsely accused Chud Logic of being a pedophile, falsely accused Destiny of being a rapist. She raised $100,000 for a lawsuit and no one knows what happened with the money. She's under fire for allegations related to her server Catboy Ranch, and she's promoted the shipping of black market hormones for kids to go behind their parents' back and transition. More relevant to Tipster, Keffals also wanted to deplatform him, along with his commentary friends back in 2022, and some of her associates actually made partial progress in them.
Oh, good old gay fash. Oh, God. This mofo right here, gay fash, would literally, as you see here, like, boast about flagging people on Twitter. That's the kind of people that Keppel surrounds herself with. They boast about that shit. Piece of shit. Complete piece of shit.
This. But now, in big 2023, Tipster was interacting and liking all of her tweets and acting like they were best buds. Now, Tipster's friends in the commentary community saw this interaction, and they were kind of weirded out because they've all been critical of her in the past. But at the end of the day,
he was too. He was just as critical of her.
They let Tipster do whatever he wanted to do peacefully. And if he left peacefully, maybe this video wouldn't have been made, or Tipster wouldn't have become—
Yes, Nuke. This is a sickness of the highest order, as Abba would say.
a lolcow. But instead, he started blocking people in the commentary community over a meme about how the LGBT community had forgiven him. Then Tipster started going on his streams and saying how good Keffals' community had treated him, allegedly accusing the commentary community of inflicting serious harm on his mental health. So if Tipster really did say that the commentary community seriously impacted his life, that's astonishing, because we've gone through all of Tipster's controversies in this video.
Tipster, that's what Tipster would say in the background. Tipster would say in the background in the DMs that, you know, it wouldn't help his mental health, all right? And I get that. I get that. And that's why I was giving him advice on how to leave, but he didn't listen to anybody. If he would have took my advice, he would have been out by January 1st. And it would have been smooth sailing. It probably would have took him about 6 months to actually leave. Because, listen, you go to try to leave a community, people try to pull you back in. That's just what they do. But if he would have took my advice, he'd have been out in 6 months. And smooth sailing. They would have just looked at Tipster and go, yeah, Tipster used to be in the commentary community. But he couldn't listen to anybody, could he? He couldn't listen to anybody. He had to be hard-headed. He thought he had pull. You know?
Bar a couple of small Discord dramas that no one cares about, and could all this really drive someone's mental health off the roof? I mean, he got bodied by some YouTubers in 2021, had his DMs leaked in 2022, and got criticized by a bunch of small commentators and fans. Did that really fuck up Tipster? Further suspicions were raised after a conversation between AugieRFC and Tipster, where Tipster essentially blames Augie's audience and the commentary orbiters who criticized him for driving him away from the
Alright, hold on. Let me go look at something real quick. Bookmarks. Yeah, here's me in May trying to warn Tipster right here. Trying to warn Tipster here. I'm going to be honest. You're my friend, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Why do you keep poking when you want to leave the community? And you wonder why people keep talking shit. This is why. This right here is why it looks like you aren't gone. This right here makes you look like you want to still engage with the same community that you are leaving. Come on, man. You could do better than this. I'm only doing this publicly because I told you behind the scenes already. And of course, that tweet is deleted. Oh no, actually no. He's got me blocked. And I got him blocked. But yeah. That was me warning him what he was doing wrong. And this was May 29th, 2023. And then it's me arguing with him. Nah, dude, you've been poking this whole time, man. Just haven't said anything in hopes you would stop. Look, I just want the best for you, but poking and taking digs isn't going to do that. And he wouldn't listen. He absolutely wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen to a damn word I said. Farm for Two. First creator I've donated to. You should feel honored. I do feel honored. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, did I even show you? Oh, did I show y'all that? I showed y'all that. All right.
Commentary community. But again, most of these situations were ones that Tipster could have easily stayed out of, and in some cases he directly caused them. There's some stuff in this conversation that we could dig deep into, but look at the video time, we're running over already. The important thing here is that the result of this conversation was people in the community starting to seriously side-eye Tipster, and this was the foundation for what would be Tipster's turning point. Personally, if his drama in the commentary community impacted his mental health, I don't really have any sympathy because of how he treated Colton, but that is just my opinion. Now, as I said...
And you know what? Toastify has that right to that opinion, and I think anybody else has that right to that opinion. Tipster's mental health, from what I was being told in the DMs and the way he was responding, etc., Tipster's mental health was not that good at all in 2023. No. And the part of 2022 and the part in 2023, it wasn't good. It wasn't good in the DMs. There were times I was afraid for Tipster, okay? I don't remember exactly when that shit went down with Colton, but I was thinking maybe it was because he wasn't right that he treated Colton the way he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, his own mental health wasn't correct, so he wasn't able to express the way he should have done with Colton. But yeah, he had mental health struggles. But he did do this to himself. You know? So...
said many people looked upon Tipster with suspicion, but one person who really wasn't was Boblax, who had been friends with Tipster for years. I haven't really mentioned him and Tipster too much in this video, but these two were pretty close friends.
Yeah.
At one point, Tipster even called Boblax his brother.
Boblax lasted longer than I did. But then Tipster burnt that bridge. But Boblax was the final holdout.
These two were homies, so things started getting heated when in early June, Roblox accidentally leaked one of his alt accounts on Twitter called Throbbing Horsecock.
Jesus Christ. When I found out that was Bobby, I messaged him, I was like, sir, what is that account?
This was a shitpost account where the Boblax would tweet once every year, but when he tweeted it was wild. From wanting to pro Jared and Paracynical to dropping the dreaded N-bomb a couple of times, this was a pretty wild account. But what stood out for others was one of the jokes that Boblax made in 2019, where he said, trans women aren't real women, but are still f***ed out of them. Now, if you're at least a little familiar with Boblax's content or his positions, you're somewhat aware that he's one of the most progressive people in his community. Throughout his career, he's advocated for trans people and has talked about it multiple times. This is clearly just an old joke, but to Keffels, someone who Boblax had previously talked to about trans issues, this was proof that he and his friends were all transphobes. This frustrated Boblax, who decided to post DMs between himself and Tipster, as Keffels had called him transphobic the month prior, but Tipster had excused it as just trolling. But now Keffels...
So when Keffels does it, it's trolling, but when Boblax does it, it's not. It's transphobic. Keffels can go into Boblax's DMs and put a gif in there of her bouncing her boobs. You know, like jumping up and down and bouncing her boobs. That's not appropriate. One super woke person could possibly call that sexual harassment. They could. Not saying they will, but they could. Because why does he need to see you jiggling boobs? That were covered. They were covered. It wasn't, you know, not covered. They were covered. But why would you send jiggling boobs to Boblax? Why would you do that? I'm just saying.
was talking about him being a transphobe because of an old 2019 tweet on a parody Twitter he rarely used. You can see how this kinda invalidates the excuse of it just being trolling months earlier. It's as if Keffels just wanted any reason to go at Boblax. Now, despite being mentioned, Tipster doesn't really have to get involved here. Again, just like with DJ Screwdriver and AP.
No, he didn't have to get involved at all.
You can't just ignore what people are saying about you and keep your feelings private. But Tipster obviously hasn't learned how to do that yet, so he had to hop in and argue with Boblax.
You're mad, and I'm a bit mad too. So who's gonna explain the madness first?
I just don't understand why you're leaking my DMs when you're in an argument with Kevils. If you like have a problem with Kevils, that's cool, dude. But like, that's.
I don't think Toastify goes over that. Nope. Toastify doesn't go over that, so I got a story for you.
What's the problem? Like, why are you leaking my shit?
Cause you said that Keffels has changed, and you said that Keffels was just trolling and doesn't actually think I'm like transphobic or whatever.
Yeah, on that
and then
specific
she jumps
day, I didn't. On that
she
specific
jumps
day.
on the opportunity to get a 4-year-old tweet on a parody account where nothing I say is
with
serious.
me, bro? What the f does that have to do with me? Why are you leaking my shit in regards to a conversation on a completely?
Remember, what does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with me? Why am I in the middle of it? Please remember that from when I go through the story.
A different day.
Because it relates to the situation.
No, it doesn't. This is a completely different
does.
conversation on a completely different disagreement you guys had.
Wait, it's about Keffels thinking I'm transphobic.
Well, yeah, because she sees like the recent tweets that you've made, the other stuff that came out, and she's like changed her mind. Like, okay, maybe I think he is transphobic.
Again, a clip that perfectly summarizes this entire debate. Tipster asks why Boblax posts the DMs. Boblax answers by saying because it relates to the current situation. She's totally fine with joking around here, but when she sees a 4-year-old tweet, she calls Boblax transphobic. And then Tipster, unable to go on from there and accept the L, he just moves on to a different question, and then loops back around as if Boblax never even answered this question.
Because that's what he does.
I said I can understand that you're saying it's a joke, but like you can understand why she would be upset about it, right?
No, I can't, because we've had in-depth conversations about trans allyism in DMs and stuff like that, and she's just fucking going out of her way to attack me for no reason. She wants
So why
me
don't
to be
you have a
transphobic.
conversation with her about it? Why do you got to drag me into this?
Because you dragged yourself into this when you...
Yes, he did. But not how Bobby thought.
You went into my DMs and said that Keffels is just trolling and doesn't
Because she
think
was
I'm
just trolling you
transphobic.
that day.
You see the slimy little way to get out of it? Tippy tunnel vision at its best.
You're trying to conflate a completely different conversation that happened back in May with something that's happening now. That was
Because they're directly related.
They're not, though. It's two completely different conversations.
About me being
Like
transphobic?
she literally told me that day that she was trolling you. That's why I told you she was trolling you.
Okay, and
Now
you know
she's
what else
upset.
it relates to? I'm trolling her on my parody account, and now she thinks that's legit, even though, but she's allowed to troll that I'm transphobic. Like, what? Like, why can she troll, but I can't?
I'm just frustrated because, like, I'm getting dragged into this. And
see, that's another little tip.
He doesn't even answer the question. He won't answer the question because Queen Clara is his new goth mommy. She's the queen of them all.
Tunnel vision. He just slides with the question. It's amazing.
I mean, I just didn't think you would mind.
Boblax is most definitely not transphobic. Most definitely not transphobic at all.
About me leaking something you would say publicly
maybe
anyway.
you should have asked me first.
Yesterday.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna like release this call, or I'm not gonna do some video. I don't do commentary anymore. I don't give a f about this anymore.
You're transphobic.
Boblax, like, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is your autism, but that was a completely different day.
During the debate, Boblax makes a perfectly valid complaint about how a trans person with a large following calling him a transphobe could affect him, and Tipster shows no empathy. He's truly in. He's locked in on Tippy tunnel vision.
If you have a problem with it, talk to her about it.
Why didn't she talk to me about it instead of going on her Twitter and blasting me as a transphobe to 100,000 people?
I don't know, dude.
Tipster's dying on the hill to defend Keffel's trolling, but will nail Boblax to the cross for doing the same. He's the guy who's crying about Boblax bringing up DMs from the previous month, yet sits idly by whilst Keffels calls Boblax a transphobe.
I can tell you now, there is a creator named Aiko. Those of you might know her, might know my past with Aiko, but Aiko did good in this situation. Aiko saw the conversation between Boblax and Tipster, and it pissed her off. Especially when he said this part here.
Why didn't she talk to me about it instead of going on her Twitter and blasting me as a transphobe to 100,000 people?
I don't know, dude.
Tipster's dying on the hill to defend...
Wait, it wasn't that. It's when... Yep, right there. Hold on.
Or I'm not gonna do some video. I don't do commentary anymore. I don't give a f about this anymore.
You're transphobic.
Boblax, like, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is your autism, but that was a completely different day.
During the debate...
When he said that, that pissed Aiko all the way off. Shadow Humor for 20, thank you. That completely pissed Aiko off. And she ended up getting Tipster on her show to talk about it. I ended up going on the show and, yeah, it was alright. I did okay on it. But come to find out, Tipster did put himself in the situation. You know what Tipster did? The tweet that led to all of this, guess what Tipster did? He posted it in Keffels' Discord that Keffels owned. Tipster did that. Tipster did involve himself, and it was finally laid out and figured out on Aiko's stream, because one thing about Aiko, she knows how to pull shit out of people, and she finally pulled out the truth on why Keffels got involved, because Tipster got her involved. The Discord was created to combat the commentary community, I found out later. There you go, Chris. And Tipster was the one who put that tweet in that fucking Discord. So boom, there you go. They made it to fight the right-wing commentary community. Lord have mercy. And that's how much they don't know. Yeah, supposedly Ben, there's a Discord logging all of us. So, yep.
Boblax makes a perfectly valid complaint about how a trans person with a large following calling him a transphobe could affect him, and Tipster shows...
Sliggins, that's exactly what I say. Who cares? I mean, you could try. Go ahead and go out through my, go ahead and go to my Twitter history. Go to my YouTube history. Try to find something. Kiss my ass. That's the one I put the bounty on. That's funny, Chris.
No empathy. He's truly in. He's locked in on tippy tunnel vision.
If you have a problem with it, talk to her about it.
Why didn't she talk to me about it instead of going on her Twitter and blasting me as a transphobe to 100,000 people?
I don't know, dude.
Tipster's dying on the hill to defend Keffels' trolling, but will nail Boblax to the cross for doing the same. He's the guy who's crying about Boblax bringing up DMs from the previous month, yet sits idly by whilst Keffels calls Boblax a transphobe for something he said 4 years ago. I mean, the bias is shining through like the beams from heaven after racism gets insulted on Discord. Boblax and Keffels later have a debate, but I do not want to give anyone the torture of listening to Keffels talk with the speed she's talking at. So yeah.
Keffels is another one you have to put at 1.75. She talks so damn slow. She literally talks at 0.25 speed. It's horrible.
But isn't it crazy that this is just like the stuff with Tommy C repeating again? Someone who Tipster previously disliked treated him nicely, and he completely burned the bridge with his former friends, taking the opportunity that came to stick the knife in Boblax. Following this debate of sorts, OrgFC would do a stream reaction to the situation, eventually debating Keffels and later Tipster, and it's just L after L.
Oh my god. Okay, if y'all want a good stream to go watch that stream. Y'all should go, and not right now, obviously, because I'm live, but when you have time and you're not watching anybody, okay? Watch the stream. This stream was so good. It was so good. Just chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
So OrgFC would do a stream reaction to the situation, eventually debating Keffels and later Tipster, and it's just L after L.
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful tonight.
What I'm trying to understand is why are you guys so pissed about this when Boblax isn't even pissed about this? The
It doesn't matter.
Of me
I'm allowed to commentate over whatever I want.
No, you can commentate on whatever you want, but I'm telling you, like, it seems like you're moral about something that Boblax isn't even upset about.
Tipster, you can't be using that language like that. What the f is that about?
Why are you upset over something that Boblax is upset about?
The way Augie handled that 2v1 was a thing of, it was a masterpiece. The way he handled the 2v1. It was beautiful. It was beautiful work. Yeah, that's what Femios. That's the same stream. I am Femios. I am here to debate you. Yeah, Augie isn't always the best debater, but he did nail it there. Yeah, absolutely.
Boblax and I had a conversation this morning, and he's like, yeah, dude, you know, I don't really see a problem, like, what you did or whatever. Like, you know, you were trying to mediate.
That's irrelevant.
Like, that's the whole point of this. We were mediating a conversation. So you guys are making a big deal, making it seem like I backstabbed Boblax or something, when the whole purpose of that conversation was just to mediate a conversation between him and Keffels.
That's irrelevant.
No, you set Boblax up with that conversation. You set him up. And I still believe that to this day. He set Bobby up for that shit. He absolutely set Bo Blacks up. He is a fucking snake. Bo Blacks was literally the last one. Tipster. Bo Blacks was literally the last one. And you fucked him. You are such a piece of shit. Of all people, Bobby. Come on. You know, I mean, he says some cringe stuff every now and then on Twitter, and, you know, he goes a little off on his streams or whatever, but he's such a nice guy. Like, deep down, he is a really, really, really nice guy. And you literally screwed him over for that bitch Keppels. How does it fucking feel? How does it feel?
To me, it doesn't matter what Bo Blacks thinks. I'm allowed to commentate.
So you don't
over
actually have
whatever
an
the fuck I
argument.
want.
You don't actually have an argument.
No,
Then.
my argument is I'm
cool.
allowed to commentate over whatever the fuck I want. If
if
this
you
call
can
takes
commentate
place,
whatever you want. I just don't understand why like this is such a big deal when the person who's
are
supposed
you
to
really sitting there as a commentator YouTuber going, "What's the big deal, man?" What are you saying, dude? Like that's nothing.
I agree, Sliggins. Bobby didn't deserve this shit. Tip and Keppels did. Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%.
I also like how you like told your
pivot.
audience
Okay,
about like
cool.
the Colton
So you lost that point, so
situation.
just pivot to something else. But okay, let's hear it.
No.
I won the
Yeah,
blood
their
stakes.
tactic is just to scream over each other. That's how they
Tipster,
win.
you
That's
lost
the only way
too.
this
You
works.
got completely exposed as a pussy.
Dude, you were like Loudster in
I
the
don't give a-
stream. You
I
talked
don't give
over
a-
everybody.
I don't give a
Tipster
fuck
had
what
you
guys think
spurting and
about me.
squealing like a pig until you couldn't
I
answer
genuinely
shit.
don't.
Augie! Get him, Augie! Hold on!
Scream over each other. That's how they
Tipster,
win.
you
That's the
lost
only way
too.
this
You
works.
got completely exposed as a pussy.
Dude, you were like Loudster in
I
the
don't give a-
stream. You
I
talked
don't give
over
a-
everybody.
I don't give a
Tipster
fuck
had
what
you
you guys
spurting
think
and
about me.
squealing like a pig until you couldn't
I
answer shit.
genuinely don't give a fuck.
I had you squealing like a pig and you couldn't answer shit. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah, Nick comes in with his one-liner. Dude, you were Loudster this whole entire stream. Look, I'm going to tell you now. Look, Nick called me one time, right? And it was out of the blue. Like, he didn't message me or anything. He just called me on Discord, right? And the first thing out of my mouth, did I do something wrong? And he started laughing. He was like, no, why? I said, you're calling me out of the blue, dude. Did I do something wrong? Oh, shit. I miss Augie and Nick tag teaming assholes 100% Sakura. Oh my god, 100%. Them old Augie streams where Nick is up there and they're just like taking somebody down together. Oh man, those were the best streams. Those were the best streams. Oh. Sliggin says Nick is such a little shit. I love it. Yep, same. And I call him a little shit all the time. I'm like, Nicholas, you're such a little shit. Yeah, I go back and watch those old streams when I'm like, especially with me, because I'm a content creator and I'm always talking about drama, right? Sometimes I just don't feel like even looking at the drama anymore, and I want to look at old stuff. So I'll start binging like old streams, and I always start with Augie's old streams to binge first, because those were the best ones. My favorite stream of Augie out of all of them, my favorite stream is when Creepshow Art was on there and she was going against that one dude who was starting to have a stream like lying on her, and he redacted all his shit, and then that ended up with him arguing with the other asshole that wanted to sue somebody else over a 20K channel. It was great. Oh my god. That's one of my favorite live streams. I go back and watch that shit.
What you guys think about me?
Oh,
So
you
what
don't
do you
give
think?
a fuck.
Oh my god, yes, Sakura. Augie, Nick, and Aiden calling the LAPD over the Shane Dawson shit. Yep. Because Sanders Kennedy was saying there was a case, and come to find out there wasn't a case. Hence the reason why his nickname is now Slanders Kennedy. That was a great one too. Yep.
You're here. That's why you called in. You
I don't give a
That's
shit,
called
dude.
in. Oh,
So-
why are you so quiet, man? What's going
If
on?
there's a little bit of dead air, I was just wondering.
What's up?
What is the secret exactly to being at like a healthy relationship with shot streams?
Oh, go
Like,
fuck
how,
yourself,
can
Nick.
you just tell me
Literally
how
go
the
fuck yourself.
average alcoholic can get back to being?
such a little asshole. Okay, we can skip the intermission. Intermission. Okay.
With Tipster now taking his place in his new leftist community, it's fair to say that since then his content is taking a nosedive. It's great that he's gone from the toxic drama community to covering topics like kids dying or trans women lactating.
So it seems the big left versus right argument for the next few months is going to be about titty milk. Yes, you read that right. Titty milk, lol.
He has literally... Look, I understand standing up for people and standing up for a group of people, all right? Been there, done that. Still do it. Still do it. But you don't make it your whole personality. Just like if you're good at sucking dick, you don't make that your whole personality either. Just saying. Anyway, you don't make it your whole personality. And he has literally made being an ally a personality trait. And that is cringe. You should be just who you are. You talk about whatever subjects you want to talk about, but you have to become who you are first. And then you do that. You know? So...
It's usually a good day for him if he gets above 300 viewers on his stream or 3,000 people watch any of his videos. And I don't blame them. This guy's content is so it's a mental echo chamber of the same 5 soundboard effects.
Yeah, you about my soundboard. I love my soundboard. My soundboard's great.
Tipster, nobody in your...
Reese, thank you for being a member for 13 months. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Tipster is one of the worst allies to my community. I want to debate this burger neck biatch. Thank you, Reese, for being a member for 13 months. I really appreciate it.
Audience likes your soundboard.
And before he banned and blocks literally everyone he used to know...
Wait, that's true.
Usually a good day for him if he gets above 300 viewers on his stream or 3,000 people watch any of his videos. And I don't blame them. This guy's content is so it's a mental echo chamber of the same 5 soundboard effects.
Yeah, you about my soundboard. I love my soundboard. My soundboard's great.
Tipster, nobody in your audience likes your soundboard.
Nobody likes your soundboard, Tipster. Like, the soundboard would be fine if you didn't overuse it. If you have to use a clap sound or a laughing sound to your own jokes, there is something wrong. Because it's like you're trying to force people to think you're funny or to force people to think you're smart. That's not the correct way in using a soundboard. You know? He overuses it.
And before he banned and blocked literally everyone he used to know, you could regularly catch Tipster ranting about some account with 10 followers who decide to fuck with him in DMs or his chat.
Domino-son, your viewership is dropping, my friend. Aren't you the dip who put out the tweet that was like, yo, dog, look at this 100,000 subscriber YouTuber who only has 42 viewers at the start of the stream? The stream...
How are you doing now, Tipster? How are your streams? Oh, wait, you don't stream on YouTube anymore. Why don't you stream on YouTube anymore? Is it because when we look up your name, your channel doesn't show up? Is that what it was? Because you had to bitch about that on Twitter. Now you stream exclusively on Twitch, and how many people do you usually have in that stream? What, 30? What? What? How are you doing now, Tipster?
Had literally started, hadn't even been live for like 2 minutes, and you put out that tweet. Can you talk about how dishonest you are? Like, holy shit. And even if my viewership did drop that much, I don't give a f***. Why do you care? It seems like you're the one that cares more than I do. Dumbass. Holy shit. Hiding, okay. We have Domino coming back on an alt account. Hiding my friend Domino from chat will not save your viewership. I don't care. I'm just over here interacting with my chat and watching a be a on the internet. How sad is your life that you're obsessed with my numbers? Like, if I don't give a why the f do you? Do yourself a favor.
Look, don't get one-manned. I had to learn that streaming. I had to learn not to get one-manned on streaming. Like, I have somebody in the chat right now trying to one-man me, and I'm completely ignoring them. You gotta learn how to do stuff like that. Because what's gonna happen is somebody's gonna clip it, and they're gonna, look, they got one man. They got one man. No, that's what you got to learn how to ignore shit like that. You know? It ain't nothing but a thing. Tipster, you've been streaming how long? Not to argue like that? Come on now. Learn from Chud. Yes.
Get off of the computer, go outside, touch some grass, and I would tell you to touch some ass, but clearly you're such a loser that, like, there's no way anyone would ever touch your dick.
I mean, analytically for Tipster, there's not much hope either. Like, he's regularly given the most brain-dead takes from a biased perspective. Like, his take that the Israel-Palestine conflict has had a positive effect because it's taking the political pressure off trans people.
Obviously, like, what's going on with the Israel-Palestine conflict right now, you know, it's a serious issue, so I'm not trying to make light of it or whatever. But one positive thing that's come out of it is right-wingers have been busy talking about that and aren't really shitting on trans people anymore. So that's...
Jesus Christ, Tipster. Bro, you are not cut out to be over there. What are you doing?
Plus, right?
Kids dancing with rainbows is big scary. To be fair, I don't think that's the point being made here. The point...
Isn't it crazy Tipster AI is more entertaining than the real one? True, Chris Nark. Very true.
It's probably that they don't realize why they're doing what they're doing. Parental influence and indoctrination seems to be what they're getting at here. I know what they're getting at. My point is, I don't care. But it's not just his former stance on Keffals. Tipster has turned heel and ran away from most of the positions he used to advocate for. Back in 2021, when Keemstar and his wife separated, and Keem began dating a 20-year-old, Tipster was all for it.
Yep.
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll boost you up
And that was not Brantley at the time. That was the other girl. That was the girl before Brantley.
a little bit, but you're good. What's up?
That my girlfriend is hotter than yours.
She's a pretty good-looking girl. You did really well for yourself, Keem.
They just all became irrelevant. I'm sorry that my career lasted so long that the only people left to like associate with.
No, wait. This was on a live stream. Maybe no. This one was Brantley. 2020. This one might have been Brantley because it was on a live stream. Because I know he went over Repzilla's video, and that Repzilla's video was about the girlfriend before Brantley. So this one might have been Brantley he was talking about. No, it wasn't. This was the first girlfriend he was talking about. Either way, still 20. Same age range, so. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you, Diggy. I appreciate it.
And communicate with are in their 20s. But based on that, you know.
Brantley is the superior girlfriend, though. Brantley is the superior. We love Brantley here.
What do? I go on TikTok, I go on Twitter, I go on Instagram, I play Fortnite. I have more in common with a 20-year-old.
Ninja says, how do you think he would react if Keffals and her community turned on him? You think he's going to run back to us? I don't know what he's going to do, but I honestly believe it's going to happen. I 1000% believe Keffals and her community is going to turn on Toaster one day. And when they do, it's going to be fucking hilarious. It is going to be hilarious. It is going, literally, I'm going to laugh my ass off. And I'm going to be shit posting on Twitter. And I'm going to be retweeting all of my tweets. And I'm going to be pushing out the DMs I had with him, telling him it was going to happen. I am going to shitpost probably for a full 24 hours of no sleep shitposting that she turned on him when it happens. Thank you, Game & Witch, for the 2. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know it's going to happen.
Right? Than I do with a 40-year-old, than I do with a 30-year-old, than I do with, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what are we, I ain't
Yeah.
taking no L's.
Yeah. Well, it's like I told you before. It's like everybody's just mad because you're living your best life. So, dude. Cool, dude. Well, congratulations. You look like you're like super happy.
When you said one
Fucking
comment?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm super happy. Now, I gotta go, Tipster. Me and my girl, we gotta play some Roblox.
All right, take it easy, man. All right. Shout out to Keem. Thanks for coming on, man.
But 2023 comes around, and suddenly Keemstar's no longer the cool one as Keffals, so now you have to accuse him of being a pedophile. Here's another one, Lyrics. Back in 2022, Lyrics was being made fun of because of some very weird lolly pictures that he liked on Twitter. Now, at the time, Tipster defended Lyrics, and he brought this up in his big response video as a point.
Well, second, that's a retarded fucking argument because I literally gave the same defense to Lyrics last year. Someone who not only doesn't have tits, but also made multiple videos on me. Someone who arguably didn't deserve my defense, and yet I did it anyway. And his case was even more ridiculous. Several of the images he was called out for weren't even remotely inappropriate, like fully clothed, non-sexualized characters. It was insane.
Bro, it was insane. But uh-oh, here comes 2023. Larry's is making fun of Tipster faking DMs with memes. So what does Tipster say? Faking DMs for relevancy? Damn dog, you really fell off. Just don't share lolly on stream again, and maybe everyone in the
And now look where Lyrics is versus where Tipster is. Just saying. Faking DMs for relevancy? Look who has more relevance. I'm just throwing that out there.
commentary community wants shit on you again, to the point that you cry and run away again. You literally defended him before. You were one of the only people who defended him. You are the last person who should be making fun of anyone for crying and running away from the commentary community. Tipster has even gone to the point where he has turned on his own religion for his internet community.
Yep.
Tipster was repping the Catholicism. He regularly wore the cross on stream, and much of him includes the same cross to this day. But whoa, now we're in a different community, hold up. I want to believe this is real. If conservatives can believe in Jesus, then you can believe this is real. Tipster, your profile picture literally has the fucking cross on it. I'm sorry, but appealing to Sky Daddy doesn't do it for me. Move along.
He got that Sky Daddy shit for me! God damn it.
You'd think after the situation with Rum that Tipster would learn his lesson and probably never get involved with Lolly or anything related to pedophilia, but it seems that he's only continued to get worse since his move to his new community. I mean, the amount of people related to pedophilia that he's defended is astounding. Back in late November of 2022, one of Tipster's friends under the Twitter handle @FerlaneAmisto made a tweet calling out the art.
Oh my god, this part is crazy. Hold on one second.
Sophie LaBelle. Sophie is a trans-Canadian cartoonist who was called out after drawing a piece of diaper fur kink art. What makes this even more horrendous is that Sophie used a real child's picture as a reference image for kink art, and then Tipster gets involved here without any mention, and according to his Twitter user, he tried to argue that this wasn't sexual.
Yet again, another time, he got involved in something he didn't need to get involved in. But he thinks he's the know-all, end-all.
Then Amisto hit back by saying that it was sexual, this was diaper fur art, look it up. And even then, that didn't convince Tipster. It was only after he realized his statements could be quote-unquote twisted that he took down his tweets and moved on. It was only until March 2nd...
No, I think it did need to be shown, Midna. I think it did need to be shown. It needs to be shown what he was defending. I think it did need to be shown. So y'all can actually see what he was defending.
In 2023, when Verlaine Amisto pointed out that Sophie LaBelle had worked with kids and promoted her comic to kids, making this art look even worse. Tipster reached out and then gave an update saying he no longer stands by his argument only after he saw a post of her admitting that her drawing was a kink. Whilst Tipster's tweets of defending Sophie are no longer archived, their DM conversation on March 2nd where he refers to it is still available. But it doesn't stop here. In mid-2023, Chris Tyson of Mr. Beast fame started talking publicly about the transition, which caused a lot of controversy. But among it all was Chris's past obsession with Lolicon.
Oh god. Oh my god. Bro.
And in particular, the drawings of Shadman, a Twitter artist known for his sexualized drawings, often of children. Shadman is the same guy who drew the 11-year-old LT Corbis and Keemstar's 7-year-old daughter in overtly sexualized ways.
Disgusting. Absolutely. That motherfucker is disgusting.
This is also the same guy who drew Daphne Keane from the Logan films, whose actor was 12 at the time, being abused. Shadman is like the final boss of lolicons, so when people found old tweets of Chris wanting to crank it to Lolly, and them having a physical copy of Shadman's sexualized art pieces of a character that clearly looks like a child, questions were raised. Sure, people liked Shadman back in 2016, but no one bought his art and made it a, quote, centerpiece of their living room. So how does Tipster react?
Okay, so as you know, there's been a lot of people on the internet making a big deal about the fact that Chris Tyson from the Mr. Beast crew came out as gender non-conforming recently, and they're trying to make a lot of outrage and drama surrounding somebody basically just trying to live their life. But it's gotten to the point where people started digging into old tweets of theirs and stuff like that to find some reason to cancel them. And the latest thing is that apparently Chris Tyson is a pedophile because he made some edgy jokes about Lolly and kids. Now I gotta be honest, they're not the kind of jokes that I personally would make, but we've literally gotten to the point where making edgy jokes makes you a pedophile. I kid you not, that's how low the bar for pedophilia has become. At this
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tipster. I don't understand.
At this point, give it like a month or two, and you'll be considered a pedophile just for breathing the same air as children. Oh, he's bringing up the Shad-based stuff. I don't know if I've heard anything about Shadman and Chris being friends. I know there was a controversy involving the fact that Chris allegedly owned, like there was a picture he posted on Twitter of him owning like a piece of artwork by Shadman. And I've seen the artwork in question. I'm not going to show it on stream for obvious reasons. But the artwork looked like it depicted someone who was of adult age. It looked like somebody who was very petite, kind of like a Belle Delphine type figure. It might
I'm sorry. No.
even been a drawing of Belle Delphine. I'm not really sure. But it was something to that degree, right? And so, I mean, my issue with that was Shadman's a very controversial figure, okay? Very controversial. They have drawn some really up in the past, okay? And so I will say this. I wouldn't be supporting Shadman. I don't know if he purchased that artwork or just printed it out or something like that, but I wouldn't be signal boosting or supporting Shadman's work because of his...
And you know what? That's why when people talk shit on Tipster and they say the things they say about him, about being... Like, do I think he's a pedo or a lolicon? No, I don't at all. I don't think Tipster is at all. I think Tipster has a problem with trying to be a contrarian, trying to be a know-it-all, and trying to be a white knight. But because of how many instances there have been of him sticking up for people with the lolicon subject, I don't say a word. I just sit back and let it happen. I don't say a word. Because he did it to himself. He literally did it to himself. And after 5 or 6 times, you can't think to stop. You didn't even have to get involved with the boss shit. You couldn't have the wherewithal to stop. You deserve everything they're calling you. Because you won't stop. And I get it. I get it, critical theorist. I get it. I have friends who say he's sus as fuck. And they'll say a certain word to me. And I'll just go, you know what? I get the way you feel. And I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to argue about it. I am not there. I'm not there yet to call him that. But I can understand where people have a shorter fuse than me and they say that. They say that one particular word and I get it. I get it and I'm not going to argue it. You know?
His history, but either way, like I've seen the artwork and I don't personally think the artwork is anything questionable.
Bro, not again. Tipster, the girl has braces and a missing tooth, is being drawn by a pedophile. But of course it wouldn't end there. You guys heard of Natty Forsyth, Natharix, Scrimzox, any of those names?
Oh god.
Ring a bell? Well, they're a Roblox YouTuber who got chased out of every community they joined because of their weird past. Natty is known for sexually messaging multiple minors online, as well as being openly sexual to their mostly underage fanbase and sending gore to minors on Discord. They have also posted
I think this is the one that makes it number 6.
a video advocating for MAPS, or minor attracted persons. After Tipster left the commentary community, Natty Forsyth was one of the known people in his circle of friends. And keep in mind, everything I've told you has been well known and documented for a while, but Tipster still willingly associated with this person for months.
Natty Foreskin says, please turn your camera back off. Okay, there will be no calling him a pedo in my, or sorry, her. There will be no calling her a pedo in my chat, all right? I know people have their opinions on Natty, and it's like, whatever, y'all can have whatever opinion you want, but no calling them a pedo in my chat. Relax, okay?
It wasn't until September 2023 when Natty did a sleep stream in her underwear, where Tipster finally saw it as a step too far. But seemingly none of the other stuff seemed
none of the other stuff count though, right? Yeah, none of the other stuff
to bring any suspicion up. Why? Why give the benefit of the doubt to these clear-cut cases? In February 2024, Tipster got the most attention he's got since leaving the commentary community, which was when political streamer and local horse Vosh accidentally revealed his folder full of lolly porn on stream. What? And Vosh's ownership of Lolicon put a lot of his strange and questionable takes that he'd argued in the past regarding CP into even more questions than they had previously.
If you're not paying for child pornography, then there was no argument in favor of morally condemning people.
Vosh told y'all a long time ago who he was. And apparently no one listened. Apparently no one listened. And then he got caught. Jesus Christ.
It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well.
Before the folder leaks, these takes were excused by some of Vosh's defenders because no one had any evidence that he was ever attracted to children, and they were all just used in theory to counter other moral arguments. But then the folder got leaked and people started getting really weirded out. One of the people who noticed this was Ethan Klein of H3H3, who decided to go on...
Man, Ethan took home a big-ass W with this controversy. Oh my god. Ethan took home a big-ass W with the boss shit. He really did. Had to give it to him.
Stream and make fun of Vosh and his takes to thousands of people. But Tipster decided to drop his
Yeah,
take,
Ben,
dying on Lolly
exactly.
Hill in defense of Vosh a year after his defense with Rum, saying the same as before, we don't know the age, even though people have found the images, and it looks like a child. Tipster's take was, let's laugh and move on, and then Keffel sided with him. H3 responded by being like, that's pretty weird, and then Keffels and Tipster made this issue about Lolicon into a trans issue. It shouldn't be acceptable for people who are supposedly leftist or progressive to pedo jacket trans people. We are already the target of that from the right. Incredibly disappointing to see from people who should know better. Keep in mind, H3H3 never said anything about trans people. It's just Keffels that brings it up. After this gruesome twosome
Keffels is, this is why I call Essence of Thought just like Keffels. Because Essence of Thought will do the exact same damn thing.
got bodied by Ethan Klein, more people started to dig into Tipster's past and all these weird takes we've gone over, resulting in a video where Tipster addresses all of these and doubles down on his Chris Tyson take, ending in this cringy bit where he throws out all the anime he has.
This whole situation has honestly ruined anime for me so much that I never want to watch anime again. I don't want anything to do with anime. I got my waist bin here and I got some of my anime. We got Death Note, one of my favorites. Throw it in the bin. We got some Dragon Ball Z, another great anime show. Throw it in the
That was so cringy when he did that. I was like, bro, come on.
bin. Robotech seems pretty harmless, but who knows? Maybe there's some lolly in there. Throw it in the bin. Ease, based on one of my favorite RPG franchises, in the bin. Hell, I've got video games that are anime inspired. Those go in the bin too. Ease, the video game, gone. The Final Fantasy games, there's probably some lolly in there somewhere. Get rid of them. Oh, Final Fantasy VII Remakes, gotta go. Catherine, pretty sure there might be something sussy in there. Let's get rid of it. And just for good measure, Ethan calls people he views as lolicons, he calls them lollipops. So we'll get rid of Lollipop Chainsaw just to be on the safe side. I'm so sick of anime at this point. I want nothing to do with it. No more anime in my house.
It was pathetic. It was very pathetic. It wasn't even cute.
Totally fine. But
No,
like,
no,
that's
it's
where
not about
at.
your opinion. No, it's not about
I
your
didn't
opinion
even
whatsoever.
come here to talk about like this stupid, all right? Like I came here for a completely different conversation.
Yeah, that's fair
like,
enough. Which
I
is-
didn't even want to talk
okay.
about this stupid Vosh anymore.
Wait,
like
wait,
it's so
is
like
it-
I think it's really
Marlikins, you are an hour and 36 minutes late, ma'am. You weren't here when I took attendance. And you brought ice cream? Do you have ice cream for the rest of the class? Do you have ice cream for the rest of the class, Marlikins? I don't have any ice cream in front of me. Where's my ice cream? So Marlikins shows up an hour and a half late and doesn't bring ice cream for everybody else. I see how that is. I see how that is. I'm going to have to do an exposed stream on Marlikins. It's going to happen. How you doing, girl?
I didn't even want to talk about this stupid Vosh anymore. Like it's so like I think it's really annoying to me. It's like people misrepresent like what I say is me defending Lolly, and I'm not defending like Lolly. Okay, like I think it's like yeah, it's really f***ed up that some people like engage with this for sure, but like I don't
I'm not
defend
saying
this.
defending Lolly, right? I'm saying you're defending the sweeping.
Look, I told you it was a bad idea for me to come on this.
I'm making my dad an ice cream sundae, so I'm being nice to someone. Okay, well that's good. That makes up for it.
Defending Lolly, right? I'm saying you're defending the sweeping.
Look, I told you it was a bad idea for me to come on this show, and like I'm out of here.
Now, when you line up,
Tipster, you ran. Oh my god. Tipster, you literally ran from food shops. This is how low you have gone down to the floor. You ran from food shops, of all people. You literally ran from her. Yes. It is amazing. He ran. You can't stand 10 toes down on your position on anything? What is wrong with you, bro? There was a moment, Skelly says, there was a moment where Food Shop said, I regret saying that stuff, the stuff I did. He could have easily won, but even then he somehow loses. Yeah, because he's dumb. He's dumb.
For all the people that Tipster defended, it makes him look like a pretty weird guy who you wouldn't trust around your kids. And I see why people think about it like that, especially considering Tipster has accused others of the same thing with barely any basis. But despite all this, from the bottom of my heart, I don't think Tipster is a lolicon or a pedophile. I think he's a leech.
Yes. 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 This is exactly what he is. He is a clout leech. And I'm going to tell you why. People who have been in the commentary community, you know what? Hold on. Let me go grab a drink real quick. And then I will explain what I mean. Hold on. Let me go grab a drink real quick. Be right back. It won't take long. I promise. Okay. Those of you who have been around the commentary community long enough, you remember how he used to white knight for Nick, Augie, and Boblax? That if anybody who would come at Nick, Augie, or Boblax, he would be the first one on Twitter, like, being the guard. Alright? Now, if you notice, he did the same thing for Vosh for Keffels. He is a leech. I think the reason why he went to Keffels, leaving the commentary community, went to Keffels, is because he thought there was some sort of protection there. Tipster doesn't know how to stand on his own. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to stand on his own. He has to have people surrounding him, making him feel important, making him feel like he's part of the team, and somehow get some clout. But he picked the wrong player. Because Keffels doesn't have the clout that she used to have. She doesn't. Nobody really gives a shit about Keffels anymore. He backed the wrong horse. Literally.
Ray has just been feeding off people who have more influence or are more talented until they get tired of coddling him after he continues to make dumb mistakes. And then at the first opportunity, he will strike and change teams. It's a pattern that's been going on since—
Noise, you not know the history of Keffels? Yeah, she was very well known. And did some really stupid shit.
2019, Tipster has never stuck to his morals. All that he's been doing for years is fitting in, and he's still doing it right now. The reason I don't think he's a lolicon or a pedophile is because 3 out of the 4 people he's defended are trans, and with the other one, Vosh, he started with using trans people as a shield for him. Tipster does not care about what these people have done. He cares about who these people are.
Yes.
And if Tipster really wants to help—
Yes, Toastify. Say that one more time.
Tipster does not care about what these people have done. He cares about who these people are.
Yes,
And if Tipster—
that's what it boils down to. That's exactly what it boils down to. No, when literal mainstream news people wanted to talk to her because of her advocacy, no, she had clout, but she used it for evil and not good. She's a deplatformer. Scammer. I still think she's a scammer. I don't care. It is my belief. Where's the 100K? Just saying. Where's the 100K?
really wants to help the communities that he cares about, the first step he should take is getting a new hobby that isn't YouTube, because he's garnered such a reputation that anything he associates with has the stamp of an untrustworthy, weird, vindictive, emotional man-child with a history of hypocrisy and defending law.
Yes, Deanie, Willie does. We went over them, I believe on the broadcast we went over them, or I went over them. I watched them and went over them, but I can't remember from where.
Stamp of an untrustworthy, weird, vindictive, emotional man-child with a history of hypocrisy and defending lolly-porn. Or you can just not listen and keep digging down. Until next time, stay safe and stay toasty.
Fuck yeah, Toastify. Good work. Okay, so one thing that Toastify didn't touch on was... Let me get my bookmarks. Was the actual reason that I stopped being friends with Tipster. Okay, hold on. I gotta pull up another tweet. Hold on one second. I'm setting these tweets up. I should have had these set up already. My bad. Alright. And then we're going to go over, we're going to do rum first. We're going to talk about rum first. Let's talk about Miss Rum. Miss Rump and Dump. Or I like to call her Pump and Dump. Alright. So Miss Rum, you know, let's make this nice and clear for everybody to see. Shall we? I think we shall. There we go. Miss Rum, under Toastify's video, decided she wanted to make a little comment, right? She's saying, it's weird seeing a full timeline of his antics laid out like this. I didn't know his extended lore. I should have cut ties much sooner. Bitch, shut up. So I retweeted it and said, what in the high hell? Ma'am, you know damn well what was going on with Tipster. Holy shit, you're such a piece of shit. And I mean what I say. Ma'am, you were with Tipster through the worst of it. You were with Tipster, you were Tipster's friend through at least 4, if not 5 of those lolicon instances. Ma'am. We're not going to accept you back. We all see you for who you are. Stop trying to ride on the Tipster hate train. Just because his 100K sub count isn't doing shit for you anymore, stop trying to crawl back. I'm here to tell you. I am here to tell you. And you came into that voice chat and you literally tried to say, it's because he's always using me as his excuse. Girl, what? You didn't mind it when you were sitting in that voice chat when he was defending you, when you told everybody else, even on live streams, that you accidentally liked it. You didn't try to stop him then, did you? Man, you're a great friend. You were in a voice chat full of people trying to figure out if it was Lolly. But you hurried up real quick like and came up with the excuse that you accidentally liked it just in case it was. But Tipster was out there fighting everybody and their mama, defending you, and you sat there in that fucking voice chat all sitting all high and pretty and a 100K YouTuber was defending you. When you could have very easily stopped him publicly and said, I accidentally liked it. But you didn't. Because why? A 100K YouTuber was sticking up for you. Oh my god. It will. The fuck out of here. Meowser, thank you for being a member for 18 months. So, I don't know who you think is blind, but I'm not one of them. And I can tell you now, I can coexist with you in those voice chats. Just don't get slick. Don't get slick. Because you got other shit too. that people can very easily bring up on you. That ain't got nothing to do with Lolly. Aria Moon, thank you for joining Just Saying Gang. I appreciate it. Ew, well. Thanks for the money, you fucking simp. Yeah, that's Rum who says that when Tipster uses that when somebody gets a membership. CIA, I hate it. I hate it. CIA was like, Xylie, please never ooh ever again, please. I think it's cringe when other people do it. Good, good, good. It's cringe. Good. So I hope to God y'all can see it's cringe when other people do it, okay? Okay? Ooh. Now, here's an oldie. Here's an oldie from Connor, right? Connor said, LOL, Xylie Gets Real blocked me forever ago for bullying Tipster. And slowly she's starting to realize why he's a dumb fat loser. Eventually he'll block you too, Xylie. And you know what? Connor was right. Connor was right. I am here to tell you Connor was right. Midna, thank you for being a member for 17 months. No, I'm not doing another one, ma'am. But Connor was right. And I'll stand up and say Connor was right. And I did block him. That is exactly why I blocked Connor. I blocked him for doing the Tipster streams he was doing and saying what he was saying on Twitter. Yeah, I blocked him. So, yeah. He was correct. Now, the reason why Tipster and I fell out, and Jessica Pizzle and I, we have a disagreement on this part. And what I did was, and I'll go ahead and retweet it, that way if y'all want to go and re-see it, boom. Tipster and Keffels did a stupid ass joke. And Keffels came out with a video. And a lot of that video, she was saying stuff that I felt that I told Tipster in DMs and text messages. And when that came out, and he played this stupid, oh no, I lost my friend, I'm gonna have to get off of here for a while, I ended my friendship with him. But I kept quiet. Nick bugged the shit out of me for these right here. I read them to him, but I never gave them to him. And he bugged me for like a good month. Because I think with Keffels and Tipster it happened in June. This was in July. And I dropped our text messages to each other. Now, come to find out, because Jessica told me, come to find out, there was a lot of other people telling him the same thing about Keffels. Telling him that Keffels is going to turn on you one day. But he didn't listen to any of us. And then they pulled that prank. Let's see. Hold on. 2 tweets. There you go. Xylie, we've been planning this shit for 2 weeks. You think we just did it spur of the moment because of what you said? I said, y'all are dumb as fuck. And that's when our friendship ended. Right there. Can't remember what day it was, though. Hold on. Maybe I can figure out what day it was. May 30th. Okay, so it happened May 29th or 28th or something like that. It was in late May when that shit happened. Yeah, I think it was late May. Yeah, because I told him he bumped his motherfucking head. Yep. But I also did this.
Travel arrangement.
Oh shit.
With
I put this out. Somebody gave me this clip that I put out. And then Tipster reacts to it.
Where's this fucking tweet at? Right here. Right fucking here. Xylie Gets Real. They sure do speak alike, huh? before I move on, let me make this crystal fucking clear. This was my video. This is a clip from my video about the stupid lolicon drama from back in February. Do not like lolly content. I do not approve of the creation or consumption of lolly content, and I do not defend lolly content under any circumstances. I have never defended the existence of lolly content, and I never will.
I have never received explicit images from any underage individual.
Do you know who this person is? This is a
I
Smash
pissed
Bros.
him off.
Pro player known as Zero, who got exposed for being a fucking creep with, I believe it was a 14-year-old girl. He asked a 14-year-old girl to masturbate with fucking ice cubes for him. And they compared me to that fucking guy.
Okay, first of all, thank you. And two, yeah, your cadence sounded exactly the same. It was about the cadence. It wasn't calling him that. I still stand by it. I still stand by it. I don't care. So, yeah, I retweeted it so y'all can, for your viewing pleasure. But that's why Tipster and I friendship broke. I felt slighted by that. Jessica's saying it wasn't a slight towards me, which is fine. I mean, Jessica and I disagree about it, and that's absolutely okay. Jessica, as far as I know, she's still friends with Tipster. That's absolutely okay. I'm cool with her. I still love me some Jessica. You know, we're all adults. I'm not going to tell adults who they can and can't hang out with or who they can and can't talk to. You know, I don't know what their level of friendship is. It might be just acquaintances at this point. I don't know. But I took that as a slight because of what I told him like a day or two before, and what Keffel said in that video was almost the same. And I took that as a slight, and that was my breaking point with him. And we stopped being friends. I had to let him go. I had to. And the thing is, he doesn't understand. I was constantly hearing it in the background about me being friends with him. I was constantly getting jabs about still being friends with him. I was still sticking up for him in the background where I could. I mean, obviously, some instances I couldn't stick up for him. And I felt slighted. And I felt like he completely took Keffels over everybody, and I had to walk away. You know? So. And now I have a shorter fuse. You do some bullshit, I'm walking away. Like, I don't know, like blocking me and then talking shit about me behind that block? Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna block you right back and never speak your name again. Because you don't exist to me anymore. I have a shorter fuse than I ever had in my life. So, and the circle keeps going smaller and smaller. I'm going to tell you right now, Saggy. I will call into one of your streams and cuss your little ass out. You do that to me. You heard me? You heard me? Alright. Anything else before we get out of here? Because I am kind of tired. I appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate the memberships. I definitely appreciate my lurkers. Y'all know I love my lurkers. My lurkers are the best lurkers on this platform. So, yep, I think I'm going to get out of here. Is anybody live right now? Let me see if there's anybody worth sending y'all to. Give me a second. Oh, Bestie's live. We'll go to Bestie. Alright, I'm not even going to do the outro music. I'm just going to end the stream. I'm going to send y'all over to Beckett. And, y'all have a great night. And always remember, don't be like Tipster. Y'all better keep that shit real. Bye. GG, everybody.